Good morning, everybody. So here's our latest personal treatment and training. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm great.
I know you are. So you got here how long ago? 2 days ago, right?
Right.
2 days ago.
Sunday.
So why don't we tell everybody on Facebook what's really going on? And you're going to hear it from her heart, not from me, right? This is not like propped or anything, right? Just want everybody to understand that, okay? Right now she's working on what's called the element, okay? Anyways, so tell your story so far that you've been here for 2 days.
I've been here for 2 days, and I got settled in the first day, and then it's this wonderful oasis in this condo here. I have everything that I need, and I'm quite excited about all the energy medicine tools that I've been using, and really interested in trying the Avicen. I have a Bioptron at home, so I was quite thrilled to try these new machines, and I love them. They exceeded my expectations. And the next day, Sage Wolfe has been working with me as a master trainer. And we started on my neck, because I'd had a neck surgery about 30 years ago, 30-ish years ago. And
Why did you have the surgery?
I was in a car accident, and after a year, the discs started deteriorating and they ruptured. So,
If I can tell, is it okay?
sure.
So what happened in the car accident is that what happens is you tore the tendons and ligaments around the actual vertebrae.
Mm-hmm.
That created the inflammation.
Mm-hmm.
Inflammation is a fire. And inflammation will dehydrate things, right? If this place was on fire, all the moisture would be gone. It would just burn up everything, wouldn't it?
Right.
So inflammation, continual inflammation in here will make everything beef jerky, right?
Oh yeah, and then they gave me all kinds of, pain pills, which ate holes in my stomach, and then they gave me injections in the back of my head to just numb the heck out of it so I wouldn't feel the pain. And then I lost all the feeling in my legs and my arms. I couldn't drive because I couldn't feel the gas pedal or the brake pedal. So they decided, oh, you need surgery.
So what did they do then?
So they removed 2 of the discs in my neck. C3, 4, and 5 are all fused together. They took a bone graft from my hip and replaced the discs. And
You do know that if you came to us then.
oh yeah, were you alive then, Daryl?
Well,
30 years ago?
actually, next week will be my 27th birthday.
Oh my goodness. Good for
Yes,
you.
yes.
You do look 27.
Yeah, whatever.
So I just, got used to. That was the new norm for me. My neck, I could look up about like that. And my range of motion was like that and like that. And I was pretty, just limited in my neck movement. I didn't even notice till this morning when Dr. Wolfe came in and said, well, what's different today? I can put my neck all the way up. Oh my God.
So now you can maybe get a job as a painter.
Yeah, I could.
Well, now you can see the stars.
I could see the stars. And then we also worked on my chest, my breast area, because I had a mastectomy, a double mastectomy 12 years ago. And, I'm educating myself. I just learned about breast implant illness. And oh my God, find out about that. You need to educate yourself, women. It's unbelievable. I have these toxic implants in me, and I can't believe all the things that they're responsible for. I thought I was my eyes have been so irritated and toxic. They were all red and bloodshot, and I had humongous floaters that really seriously affected my vision. And I thought it was
Old age.
They told me, we don't know what causes floaters, and there's nothing we can do about them.
It's actually fragments of mucus to start coating your eye to protect your eye against the inflammation that is being created in the body or from blue light.
Right. And so I started using the Tesla glasses. I started using first I started with the bright eyes about a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
and oh my gosh, within 2 days, I felt a lot of relief from the bright eyes, and it was incredible. I still don't have my perfect vision back yet, and the floaters are pretty much nearly entirely gone. I noticed this coil that Sage put me on yesterday. He didn't mention exactly what it would do other than clean my blood out of toxins, but within 2 or 3 minutes, I started to notice my vision was improving. I thought, oh, you must be imagining it. But then I noticed it really is. It's clearing up. So it is getting rid of the toxins.
Yeah, the element you can run off it can run any frequency for any virus, bacteria, anything, any illness. And like he's doing the blood sweep on you, but you could run 8 frequencies on that. And the thing is that's the most powerful PEMF that I know of on the planet. And it's also one of the least expensive, because the gentleman who invented this has a real heart. He had Lyme's disease, and it totally wiped out his life. And he's a brilliant scientist researcher, and he developed this, and then he kept it. This is the least expensive device that you can almost buy on the market, but it's the most powerful.
And like right now, though, it's running a blood sweep, breast inflammation, and pain throughout the body. So it's just like 3 different things prior to doing the treatment.
Amazing.
It was amazing.
So how did it feel after Sage worked on your chest area? What did that do for you? Anything?
Yes, it did. First of all, I want to say that Sage has an incredible skill in taking you just to the edge of, your
Pain tolerance.
Your pain tolerance. It's an intense treatment, but you have to move through the intensity of it to get rid of that scar tissue. It's got to go. It doesn't belong in there.
So basically what you've realized is that you learn to master and use pain as your GPS to get back home.
Right. I have to. I realize if you do the Lionheart breathing, you can move through it. You can handle it, the intensity of it. And I did, and we did great together. It seemed like a long time the treatment was, but he did like every little square inch of my chest, of my breast area, all around the implant. That was quite painful before we started.
So it was painful around the
painful
implant.
Because of the scar tissue,
right?
Because of the capsular contraction that I was getting.
It was in lockdown, and it was in spasming all the time because there's no movement. And when when the blood can't flow and it becomes a physical block, it's like these waves coming up against a wall. The waves are going to keep coming until the wall is gone. And that is the scar tissue, the calcium, and the crystallization.
And they put these implants right inside your muscle. And so the muscle was contracting while he was working on it. It was, it was reacting to the treatment. And those implants that don't belong in my body, they're fake. My body knows it. The other really strange thing that happened was 12 years ago when I had the surgery, the mastectomy. I had this, it must have been like a fear response, and my legs were shaking uncontrollably after the surgery. And they said, "Oh, you're really cold. Let's give her a warm blanket." But it wasn't cold. It was a fear response. And
trauma. Your body was in.
It was in trauma. And yesterday, when Sage worked on me, I re-experienced the emotion, and my legs started shaking uncontrollably. And I realized I wasn't cold. It was that, and I hadn't felt that feeling for 12 years, and I recognized it immediately. It was the very same emotion. It was the exact reliving of that emotion, a moment 12 years ago when I had that mastectomy. And I'm here because we're preparing me to do an explant. At the end of the month, when I get back, I'll have 2 weeks, and then I'll be having a surgery and removing these toxic implants from my body.
How did it feel after Sage did work on your chest area? Was there any difference in anything?
Yes, for the first time in 12 years, I could put my shoulders all the way back. I hadn't been able to.
Yeah.
I hadn't been able to put my shoulders back, and I didn't even realize I was like this all the time. And now I could put my shoulders back just without even thinking about it. They went back, and last night when I laid down to sleep, that's always been the hardest time for me to breathe. If I lie down and those implants are sitting on my chest, I had a hard time breathing. In fact, it felt like I had this pressure on my chest. And last night I was able to breathe deep and relax and really sleep well and not worry about not being able to breathe when I lie down to sleep.
What would you say would be the difference in percentage of oxygen that you could take?
Well, I knew that I was having a tight chest, and I felt like maybe it was, I felt like I was getting maybe 30% of my breath, my normal breath, when I was lying flat on my back like that. Last night I felt like I was getting 100% of my breath. It was incredible. So, I mean, and I didn't realize it until I laid down last night.
Yeah, it'll be important that he goes back in just before you leave.
Yeah.
And because it's all muscle memory, and to go in there and lovingly say, no, you're not locking down again. There's no terrorist out here anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You're allowed to relax. Because every cell has consciousness, and now we have to let them know that it's going to be okay.
Yeah, and it's, I tried to accept these implants into my life and tried to, that was my norm. I had no chest, so they gave me implants because that's what they told me to do. I didn't question it like I would now, but now I'm not afraid to be me and have a flat chest and be flat and fabulous. And
There it is.
and
we always look at what we can't do that. We can't do that comparison thing. We're all unique. We're all beautiful.
I'm me, and I want to be me. I wasn't there then, but I am now. And I'm not afraid to put myself first. And I joined the Braveheart course last September, and it's just helped me work my way through putting myself first. I was worried, what would my husband think? And then it came to me, why would I ever want a husband who couldn't love me, whether I had breasts or whether I didn't have breasts? I'm me, and he loves me for me. And of course, he's got his own way of working his way through his emotions to get where he's got to get, but I had to do the same thing, so
Yeah.
I completely understand that. And we both come through it and talk about it and making our peace every day about it.
And it's going good.
And it's going really good, yeah.
That's beautiful.
It is.
You know what? We're so scared to stand up for ourselves that we lay down and then we get run over. But that's life. I mean, if people don't understand that this is a game, this is an adventure, and if you don't hold the line, that whole thing that I say, you got to honor, respect, and love yourself first and foremost. This is not to disrespect anyone else, but you will be disrespected if you don't do that.
Well, I've learned, I've had way too many surgeries in my whole life, and now the last 3 surgeries the doctors asked me to have, I said, no thank you. And I just say no.
And you know what? They aren't hiding anything. For what they know,
Oh yeah.
it's the way to go. But you know what? For me to say that I know everything, it would be very arrogant. I'm going to tell you, I've been doing this now for 40 years intensely. And every day I get up and I know that my patients are going to come and school me. They're going to school me. Yeah.
Well, everybody has their own reality.
Yeah,
We're all
they
so
do.
different. We're
Yeah.
all so unique.
Yeah.
And learning to learn from the diversity of each of us is really important in life, I think.
Yeah.
But we got to be true to who we are.
Yeah, you got to take that, you got to take it and make life into a sandbox and not a kitty litter anymore.
Right.
That's it. It really truly is it. And that means that you got to find the little girl inside, and I got to find the little boy throughout the day. You know.
Absolutely.
Right.
My Facebook picture is my favorite childhood picture.
Which is?
Oh, I must be 5 years old, I guess.
Yeah.
And so that's my Marilyn picture on Facebook.
Wow. There
And
you go.
I'm keeping it there to remind me.
Yeah, let her come out and play
Yeah,
every day. I
definitely.
can see it though. I can see it.
Yeah.
You're a beautiful soul.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How are you?
Shucks. Thanks for joining us.